Welcome back, everybody. This is episode number 7 of my Pro Wrestling Sim save as WCW. First thing I wanted to do was show some of the stuff I've created. I've used the old chat GPT, got myself a new looking hardcore title. We've obviously used the WWE US title as a template for the United States Championship here. Put a white strap on the women's title. A little bit of editing here on the WCW World Heavyweight Championship just to sort of make it a bit more modernised, really. Keeping the Cruiserweight and Tag titles as they look at this moment in time. We are potentially also going to be adding maybe a women's tag team title down the line. So I'm going to jump on to behind the curtain to get started. So we open up here with Shane McMahon. He is he's pacing around his office on the phone. His enthusiasm barely masking a hint of impatience. Kevin, it's Shane. Look, we talked about it at Christmas, this whole NWO thing. I gotta be honest, man. I'm not seeing a whole lot of progress here. We had that call. You made some cryptic remarks and then crickets. What's the deal? Shane's listening intensely, tapping a pen at his desk. We can hear a faint low chuckle from the other end of the phone. It was Kevin Nash. So Nash, hold your horses, kid. Rome wasn't built in a day. You want a flash in a pan, something that pops for a week and then it fizzles, or do you want something that will make history? Shane, I want history, Kevin, but I also want ratings. I want buzz. I want people talking. Nash, and you'll get it. Trust me, you gotta give it time to cook. This ain't some fly-by-the-night operation we're putting together here. This is a movement. This is a game changer. Nash pauses for dramatic effect, letting his words hang in the air. When the NWO hits, Shane, when it really hits, people aren't going to talk about it for the next week. They're going to talk about it for years to come. They'll remember where they were, what they were doing. They'll tell their grandkids about it. This is bigger than a storyline, Shane. This is culture. Shane stops pacing, a thoughtful, almost awestruck expression on his face as he processes Nash's words. He clearly wants to believe it. Shane, yeah, huh? You really think you can make that kind of impact again? Nash, I know so. Just keep watching, keep that wallet open. Quality takes investment, kid. Okay, that got an 82, so a very good start to the show. So backstage we have a very hyperactive, slightly disfigured Joey Janela, still hyped from his hardcore match victory. He's got a mic in his hand, a wide grin on his face. His hair's a mess. Joey, woo, did you see that out there? WCW, did you feel that? That's what happens when you let the bad boy out to play. Psycho Clown, Richard Holiday, they thought they were ready for the King of Hardcore? Please. Joey laughs, a maniac edge to it. He gestures widely on the mic. Joey, my debut, baby, it wasn't just a win, it was a statement. A hardcore statement. This ain't your grandpappy's WCW anymore. This is where the real action is. This is where you see chairs fly, tables break, and bodies get thrown around like rag dolls. He leans into the camera, his eyes gleaming. Joey again. And let me tell you something. That was just the appetizer, just a little taste. You want to know why I'm hardcore? You want to know why I'm the bad boy? Because I don't care about rules. I care about limits. I don't care who I got to put through a wall to get what I want. This is my playground now, and I'm just getting started. He cackles, drops the mic, and stumbles off camera, still buzzing with adrenaline. As his voice fades and he exits the frame of the camera, Celebrity pans a few feet to the left, revealing Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux, standing particularly obscured in the shadow halfway down the hallway. Kross's arms are crossed, his unreadable expression on his face. He briefly looked over at Joey disappearing. Scarlett standing behind him has a faint, almost predatory smirk playing on her lips. They are talking quietly to each other, the conversation inaudible though, so can't hear it. But their presence is undeniably unsettling. They don't acknowledge the gambler, simply continue their hushed discussion as the screen fades to black. So Karrion Kross lurking in the background, did he have business with Joey or did he have business for other things? Who knows? 74. So I've used the old chat GPT to update some of my pictures. We have got a spotlit area. We have Koki Amari and Stevie Turner, the Evolution, standing side by side, radiating in their confidence. They're sporting their matching, futuristic, inspired gear. Think sharp lines, metallic accents. They've got the vibrant pink in their hair. Their expressions are serious. Koki. Last week was a minor glitch in the Matrix. A slight miscalculation in a chaotic environment. With so many lesser beings scrambling for relevance, even perfection can be momentarily obscured. Stevie nods in agreement. Stevie then says, the truth is we allowed ourselves to be distracted by the sheer mediocrity surrounding us. We entertained the notion that others were on our level, that their struggles were somehow ours. That stops now, Koki. We are the Evolution for a reason. We are not stagnant. We are not easily deteriorated. Our vision is clear and our path is forward. We evolve, we adapt, we conquer. Stevie, this isn't just new gear, it's a statement that we are sharper, more unified and more dangerous than ever before. We recalibrated, refocused, and we remember every single indignity. Koki, so to every woman in the WCW locker room who thought our recent setback meant an opening for them, think again. The door slams shut. The winning ways of the Evolution are not just returning, they're about to become undeniable, an inevitable force of nature. Stevie, consider this your warning. The Evolution is back and we're coming for everything. So that got an 80, and hopefully those that have been watching this from the start like the look of the new team here. Talking of new looks, we've updated the pictures here for Holyfield and the Andersons. I'm wearing a suit with the Rogue Horsemen logo and sporting a tie. We've got Brock and Elijah there. It's an interview with Velvet Sky. So Velvet says, welcome back. It says Thunder, but it's obviously not. I'm here with the Rogue Horsemen. On your faction's been making waves and you've seen renewed focus and distant professional presentation tonight. What does this mean for the future of the Rogue Horsemen? So his voice is calm but deliberate. Velvet, the Horsemen have always stood for excellence, for power, for legacy. This isn't about looking the part, it's about embodying the standard. Brock and Elijah here are the future. They represent the standard both inside and outside the ring. Velvet, speaking of standing for something, last week we saw Kevin Nash extend a rather tempting offer to our United States champion Dolph Ziggler. Earlier tonight we saw Shane McMahon talk to Nash about his plans. The Rogue Horsemen have also shown interest in Ziggler. Where do things stand with him? Has a decision been made? So Arn, deep in thought. Dolph Ziggler is a man who understands what it takes to be a champion. He understands the sacrifices, the dedication. He also understands that sometimes to reach the next level, you need to align yourself with power. We've seen what Mr. Nash is proposing, and it's a road that promises spectacular. He pauses, letting the word spectacle hang with a slight hint of disdain. The Rogue Horsemen offer something more. We offer legacy. We offer a foundation built on respect, discipline, and a shared pursuit of true dominance. Dolph Ziggler has a choice to make, a choice between fleeting fame and enduring power, and let me assure you, Velvet, that decision time will be soon. On holds the camera's gaze for another beat. The message is clear and impactful. Brock and Elijah stand silently, their unified presence adding weight to Arn's words. And that got a 75. So as usual, my B show scores a good high 80. Remember, it's all about backstage productions on this one. Giving you a bit of a behind the scenes feel of how I'm booking WCW, really. Always seem to do okay. Good, well, 709,000, that's gone up. So we're getting some more YouTube viewers. You've got AJ Lee's contract coming up here. Anyone else that stands out? We're going to have a look at Impact. Hardy's beating Joe Hendry and AJ Francis. Inspiration. We'll have a little look. See, you got JDC and Elijah. Elijah with a win. Retaining the Knockouts tag titles there. For Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay. And the Hardys retaining the tag team titles. And that's it. Next up, we have WCW Thunder, where we've got the War Machine against Damian Priest and Braun Strowman. Okay, we have a pre-show. We've got a couple of pre-shows. So we've got the Rogue Horsemen here beating the Culling, Sean Spears and Nico Vance. Big win for Elijah Holyfield, half a star 48. Another pre-show, Katina James, Lady Marvella beating Carly Bright and Carmen there, borrowed from NXT. 1.5 star 45. Here we go, main show. So we open up with the standard video hype montage. Voiceover saying, last week the landscape of World Championship Wrestling was shaken to its core. We see Priest winning the WCW title Starrcade, Braun dominating opponents, both standing victorious last week. Damian Priest, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, a dominant force. Braun Strowman, a monster among men, an unstoppable juggernaut. Two titans, two powerhouses. Last week they joined forces for one night to conquer the skyscrapers. But the stakes have been drastically raised. Tonight these dominant individuals will unite once more, not as temporary allies but as challengers. We get shots of the War Machine in action. The voiceover. They face the reigning, defending, undisputed World Tag Team Champions War Machine. A duo forged in steel, bound by blood, who thrive in chaos. The question looms heavy over Thunder tonight. Can Braun Strowman and Damian Priest truly coexist? The two alphas share the same space, let alone championship gold. Or as the WCW Tag Team titles hang in balance, will the monster among men have his gaze fixed on a different, bigger prize? And that hype got an 88. 6-person tag, Zarya, Saray and Dakota Kai pick up the win over Natita Lyons, Lani Reed and Ren Sinclair. Half a star, 1.5, 56. We have WCW Cruiserweight action here. Dragon Lee, Monday Night Raws, has the WCW Cruiserweight Championship, defeats Joseph Fennec Jr. 2.5 star, 61, good match. We then go backstage. Fennec is visibly fuming that he stripped off his wrestling gear, tossing it angrily in a nearby bin. His face is red, he's angry because he lost the Cruiserweight Championship. He's pacing back and forward. Cruiserweight, they call me Cruiserweight. I fight my arse off, I bleed, I give everything, and for what? to be told I'm too small to lose when it matters. The hold down division is a joke. Suddenly a shadow casts over him. It's none other than Kevin Nash. Nash says, "Hey kid, a word." Fennec, "What do you want, Nash? Can you see I'm busy being pissed off?" Nash, "Oh, I see that. Loud and clear. And I've seen it before too. The fire, the drive, the frustration of being held down by the system that doesn't appreciate who you truly are. You are a badass, Fennec. That's your gimmick. But cruiserweight, is that what you think you are? Is the ceiling that you're willing to accept? Losing a title match in a division designed to keep guys like you in a box?" Fennec is like, "What are you getting on about, old man?" Nash, "I'm getting at the potential, kid. Your potential. I'm getting at opportunities beyond being a cruiserweight. Opportunities where your size, your power, your aggression actually matter. Where you don't have to fit into someone else's mold. Where you take what's yours." Nash then says, "You keep kicking lockers and yelling at yourself, or you can start thinking bigger. I'm building something that's going to change this whole damn company, and I like guys who are hungry, guys who are fed up with being told who they are." He claps him on the shoulder before turning and walking away. Nash then says, "Think about it. There's a whole wide world out there, kid, much bigger than the cruiserweight division." Fennec is left standing alone. His anger is now replaced by deep thought. He looks at the bin and back down at the hallway where Nash has disappeared. The wheels are visibly turning in his head. So Nash is sort of giving him an inspirational talk. Are we looking at maybe a member of the NWO joining the ranks? Who knows? 56. Tag team action here. We have the Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn versus Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the Street Profits, and the win went to the Street Profits. 2.5 star, 58. Hype video. Screen goes dark. We have the WCW logo flashing, broken train, spray paint anarchy symbol, a glimpse of a snarling dog. The music intensifies. We get shots of Nash Carter, Gigi Dolan individually. They're both dressed in sleek matching black and red attires, looking sharp, rebellious and unified. We then sort of see a close-up, Nash hitting some high-flying moves, Gigi delivering brutal strikes. Their movements are fluid, powerful and full of attitude. Then we sort of get a shot of them together, and then Nash Carter's voice. "You think you know what trouble looks like? Gigi, you haven't seen anything yet." One powerful shot of them standing defiantly, then the screen cuts to black. A single word appears in bold, big white letters: sin. The word fade and the arena comes back to life. This got a very good 92 for a video hype of Nash Carter and Gigi Dolan. Singles action. This was requested by Shayna Baszler. She wanted to face Starlight Kid, and they put on a good 3-star match, 65. Post-match, Baszler is standing over Starlight Kid after a dominant victory. She doesn't even acknowledge her opponent. Her eyes already scan into the crowd as she's won. Before Ronda and Shayna grab the mic, Alexa Bliss's music plays. She comes out onto the stage with the title gleaming on her shoulder, but she's not alone. The low-key legend Natty Neidhart walks out beside her. She has determination on her face. She stares at both Shayna and Ronda and begins to talk. "Alright, you two, enough is enough. Every week it's the same thing. Sneak attacks, mind games. Trying to prove you're the baddest, the toughest, the scariest. Well, guess what? We are sick of it. Alexa is sick of your constant interference, and I'm sick of your attempts to run roughshed over our division. You think you're the queens of chaos, the masters of destruction. While at WCW Sin, we say, let's settle this. No more games, no more distractions. Just the four of us in the same ring at the same time. We're challenging you to a tag team tornado match. For good, for all the marbles. basically, to end the rivalry. The crowd roar. Ronda then says, a tornado tag match. You want to be locked in here with us. Natty with no tags, no rules, just pure brutality. You think you're ready for that? Well, if you want chaos, you want to settle it, consider it done. At WCW Sin, you're going to regret what you asked for. So yeah, tag team tornado match set for the next pay-per-view, 66. An 8-person tag again. Potential participants of the new hardcore division. We've got Dijak, Baron Corbin, Lexus King, and Joey Janela. They defeated Ultimate Dragon, Trevor Lee, Tavian Heights, and Miles Bourne. A 2-star match and a 54. Carlito in singles action defeats Rich Swann. 2-star match, 61. Following the match, he stands victorious. He then grabs his microphone. He says, you know, it's a real shame, Rich Swann, a lot of talent, a lot of flash, but at the end of the day, he just ain't cool enough. But I ain't here to talk about what just happened. No, I'm not. I'm out here to talk about what's important, and what's important right now, a lot of people, is Dolph Ziggler. Everyone's asking, is Dolph going to join Arn's Little Horseman Club, or is he going to run with Nash and his NWO wannabes? Well, let me tell you something, it's boring, it's all uncool. You want to know what I care about, Dolph? You want to know what Carlito is thinking about when he watches you out there holding that little piece of gold? I don't give a hoot about your friends. I don't care if you join a stable, a faction, a knitting club, whatever. What Carlito cares about, what I've always cared about, is gold. And that shiny, beautiful WCW United States Championship, that title makes you look cool, Dolph. Real cool. But Carlito would look cooler. Suddenly, Dolph Ziggler's music plays and he comes out. Ziggler says, oh Carlito, it's always about what you care about, isn't it? Well, let me tell you something I care about. I care about being the best damn WCW United States Champion this company has ever seen. I care about stealing the show, night in and night out. And I care about proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that this title belongs to a worker. So you want a shot at this, huh? You want to try and make it look cooler? Carlito, consider yourself challenged. I'm the WCW United States Champion, and unlike some, I'm open to all challengers. Anyone who thinks they can take this from me, just try me. Then holds the title above his head as the crowd take it in for this new rivalry. And that got a very good 85. I've not had this before. Tyre Hill has been injured during the match. You have the option to select a new finish or stick to the original plan. I'm going to keep existing finish. The finish was the Evolution was to win. So we kept that. 1 star. Stevie Turner got the win. As you can see, the Evolution in their new look. Pick up the winner, Lola Vice and Tyre Hill. 1 star, 49. Braun Breaker again destroys, this time Psycho Clown. 1.5 stars, 67, 6 and 7. Braun Breaker improves a lot. We are just building him up for something. I have plans, don't you worry. Main event time. So Erik and Ivar technically retain the WCW Tag Team Championship against Priest and Strowman, but it was a DQ finish. So the reason is, as you see, it says Damian Priest wins. We have a DQ finish because Karrion Kross couldn't help himself and got involved. 2.5 stars, 78. The bell is ringing for this DQ finish. War Machine against the team of Priest and Strowman. Kross, with his cold, sinister grin, stands over a down Priest and keeps his attack. Scarlett is watching at ringside. War Machines don't look happy about it. They briefly give Kross a glare and then they shake their heads and exit the ring. They just leave. They don't want a part of it. Cross doesn't relent. He drags Priest to his feet and delivers a devastating cross jacket choke, attempting to make a statement. Priest is struggling. The Cross has got an iron type grip. Just as Priest looks like he might pass out, the earth trembles because Braun Strowman, who was laid out on the outside, has arisen. He sees Cross and attacking Priest, makes a primal roar, slides back in the ring, looking pure rage on his face. Charges at Cross. Cross attempts to hold the cross jacket, but Strowman's sheer power rips him off Priest, and the two collide, trading heavy blows. Strowman gains the upper hand, overwhelming Cross with a series of club and forearms, backing him into the corner, but suddenly Shane McMahon's music hits, and out he comes. Shane Mac with the microphone. Whoa, stop right there. Hold on a second, boys. This is out of control. Every single week, you three, Priest, Strowman, Cross, you tear this place apart. You destroy everything in your path, all for that one prize. And he's pointing at the WCW title. This cannot stand. This cannot continue. There's only one way to settle this rivalry. And there's only one place where this kind of animosity can finally be contained. And we get a defiant winner. At WCW Sin, there'll be no DQ, no outside interference, no escape, because at Sin, Priest, you will defend the WCW Heavyweight Championship against both Braun Strowman and Karrion Kross in a triple threat Hell in a Cell. So that's how we're ending. 89 ends Nitro, overall 67. Again, happy with that rating. If you're going up by 0.2 every week, I cannot complain. As much as some people might, I am happy with that. It's pushing our overness rating up because we're only 54. I've got lots of news, I've got lots of signings, we've got lots of viewers. So we've got Dutch, we've got Vincent, we've got Wardlow, that's a big steal. Lacey Lane, Matt Cardona, and the man formerly known as Giovanni Vinci. Lots of signings from WCW. We'll have a look to see if anything stands out. We've got Ring of Honor. Well, I've got some, I think that's Shannon Moore there, making an appearance in Ring of Honor. Hook team there. Lethal, Ospreay, Hook, Kenny Omega. Beat Ricochet, El Clone, Haruko and Shibata. We've got Sammy Guevara and Rouge defeating Eddie Kingston and Orange Cassidy. Jamie Hayter beat Serena Deeb. And for the Pure Championship, Will Ospreay beat Big Boom AJ, Matt Jackson, Chris Jericho and Claudio Costanoli. SmackDown. The Rock opens SmackDown and loses to Aleister Black. Joe Gacy beat Rusev. Lara Valkyrie beat Lash Legend. You've got Phoenix at a Talatonga there. Bad Bunny and Uncle Howdy beat the Creed brothers. Okay. And let's see what they meant. They got Killian Jordan beat Izzy Dane. Roman Reigns defeats Solo Sikoa, The Miz and Ilya Dragunov. Not a bad show if you ask me. I'm going to move forward a few days. It's always good to see what happens in the world as we come to an end of this video. Like I said, with WCW, I've got to hire quite a lot of people because I've got to get people over, to be honest. AJ staying with WWE, that was always probably going to happen. You got some OVW there. Got Penta, his contract's up. I won't try and steal Penta. Obviously everyone I've just signed are obviously going to be vacating their titles. Let's see if there's any. I think we've got AEW Collision. Mercedes Moné again against Timeless Tony Storm. Kind of wonder if they get punishments for running the same show. NWA had Shockwave, Kenzie Page in the main event there. Hang on, oh that's Revolver. The world champion Silas Mason was on the show. Very underrated, if you ask me. Oh, we've got some more news. Thank you, you're welcome. Still 6-1 down against AEW. Again, not really bothered. El Wagner is joining WWE. Oh, contract renewal for Hook. I mean, it could be worth a punt. It could be worth a punt. I'll tell you what. I'll make it interesting. We'll approach Hook on screen. So let's have a look. See. He will not be that high up the card. What's his strength? He's got good looks, good intimidation. We'll go for a 5-year deal. Normally I just double what they want. So he wants, nah, I don't want 18. 1, 2, 3. You can have a signing on fee of 18. Oh, I missed out a 1 there. Never give him gate receipts. You can have 30-second merch. I don't mind that. And well, yeah, we'll give him sort of a wrestling machine gimmick. Come in, kick some butt, and leave. Thank you for considering the offer. We'll see what happens on that one. And we've got AAA grown to cult size. No pay-per-views stand out for me personally. I know you've got sort of things happening in Japan. But like I said, to be honest, I'll just keep an eye on WWE and probably AEW and maybe TNA. Any big pay-per-views that I come across, I'll probably click on. So we've got Penta staying with WWE. What have we got? Here we go. We've got main event. Judgment Day beating Chase U. You've got Raw here. Well, we'll load up Raw. Another big match. Machine Guns. You've got Horace Grissom and Gunther tag teaming up, getting the win there. Judgment Day beating Chase U. Grayson Waller beating Javon Evans. Ricky Saints beating Channing Lorenzo. Punk beating Trick and someone called Frill London. In the main event, El Grande Americano beat JC Mateo for the Speed Championship. Personally, if it was me and I played at WWE, I would retire the Speed belts. I mean, the idea isn't bad, but it's hard to book. To be honest, I'd probably bring back the 24/7 title for lols. We've got news. Hook has accepted the contract, so we have got Hook joining us. Some people are touring with Dragon Gate. Mark Davis's contract's up. WWE have made an offer for him. You got Mother Wayne leaving AEW. Tanahashi losing focus on training, embracing the party scene. Well, he is retiring, so you know, why not let him let loose and have a change in lifestyle? Let's have a look at NXT. Rhea Ripley versus Julia in the main event. Jordan Grace beat Candice LeRae. Not a bad main and sub main. We'll move forward one more day just to see it out. Savio Vega exclusive with AAA. So we're going to finish. We've got JCW here. Silas Mason beating Ruffalo the Clown to retain the JCW World Title. And again, the forever feud of Mercedes Moné always beating Timeless Toni Storm for the TBS title seems to be booked again on Dynamite. Well, what can I say? Anyway, that is the end of this show. As you can see, we've got 3 feuds on the go. The women's wrestling, we got the main event. and we have got New Blood. So we're going to take Braun Breaker out of that because it is just them three now. So yeah, that is the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you come back and keep watching. Let me know your thoughts, and as always,